We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready to.
Alright, welcome everyone. We're going to be starting here in just a moment. We're going to have Polar Ace Red attacking first on Kafe against Dryft Esports. Now, both teams... Alright, we're going to begin. So, both teams have not had a single round win so far when it comes to the league, and Bravo League, of course. So, one team here is going to get their first win tonight. They have not played each other so far yet in this league, so it'll be interesting to watch kind of how they ban around each other based on only VODs and watching them play against other teams. So we will see that Dryft will be banning Thatcher. I would say a pretty common ban for Kafe, as there's a lot of wall opening, especially on the third and first floors, and removing a way to do that is just kind of common at this point. We will see Polar Ace banning Buck, recently nerfed, of course. Floor destruction is also a very powerful tool. You can attack from below, you can attack from above, and a Kite ban, of course, probably to stop the third floor defense. I wouldn't say a common ban here, but definitely something to look out for. Potentially, we might want to see Polar Ace try and take easier control of upstairs, trying to take control of freezer, or whatever walls, of course, maybe in the kitchen. That will be harder for the that will make it harder for the defending team to take. As we move into the first operator pick phase. Pretty quick setup here. And we will see both Jaeger and Wamai trying to stop the grenade usage. Excuse me. As well as seeing both Thermite and Hibana. They're really wanting to get a lot of walls open here. They do have an IQ in case they bring something like a Valkyrie. But of course, that's not what we're going to be seeing
Defenders,
first.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Looks like we'll get right into the match. Quickly, we're going to see one castle used on the window. They might be trying to hold Pixel here. Of course, that is a good reason to have a Jaeger. Being able to stop the grenades from flying in. And of course, you have to burn a lot of utility just to get those ADSs out. As you know, this is definitely called Utility Burning Simulator. So we'll see how they plan it. Yep, we do see the shield as well as a Wamai. And looks like we have only one ADS placed for Pixel here. But a lot of setup, especially towards the third floor. But we do see a Jaeger here reinforcing on the second floor. So maybe having a drop down.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
As the attacking team do approach the building, it looks like we will see a lot of repels. Watching all the runouts, making sure nobody can get to them. It looks like it's going to be a quick entry here. They've already gotten access to the roof, onto the skylight, and they're already opening up the hatches. It's like IQ also opting to go to the second floor, trying to clear utility from the bottom. Of course, that is what most IQs do. Jaeger does see him, but just a little too late there. And we will see the droning coming out from the attackers, but we actually do have somebody already in the building. Going to be flying around, trying to pre-fire angles and get some sort of pick or information here. And Artful going to be able to find out the Jaeger very quickly and honestly early into this round, just a minute past, giving the attackers a lot of room to do whatever they want. And we actually will see both the Thermite wall pop as well as the castle open, and now it's going to be just a little bit harder for the defenders to stay inside of that room. Am I going to be able to find a quick pick with the AUG before he backs up into the freezer position, getting droned out? Of course, going to cancel his relay. And it looks like the attackers are very much so prepping to get on this wall into the freezer. Ace, or excuse me, Blazy going to be able to find one onto Sori. Again, 4 versus 3. They have the advantage and they still have a minute left. They can drone, they can do whatever they need, and confirm what they need before push happens. Rad gonna be able to find one of his own though, taking the IQ out of the round, and it looks like they're not gonna try and throw the wall. It looks like they don't have the means to do it. Potentially maybe setting up to push into New Balk and White, and it looks like, actually, no, one of the bandits is gone, so we will see both Hibana pellets and Thermite pellets go off at the same time. They're going to be able to open up the freezer. Thermite trying to get a response out of the defenders, and it looks like they just understand a hold, and he actually does go down as well. Defenders holding perfectly in 30 seconds around that looked like it was just going to Polar Ace is now somewhat falling around. They're pinging. They know they have one down, and they know it's a 2 versus 3. Unsure of what to do. Blake actually finds Nexus out, and they will get the res, meaning it will be back to a 3-on-2. Of course, the Alda doing a little bit of damage, but Sophia's going to make it into sight. With the pings, though, she's just going to have to rush. She's going to find him through the wall. Rad, and it's going to be a 2-on-2. He's going to get on the Maestro, but it's going to get shut down. Last second, but it doesn't matter because Mez is able to shut down the defuse after getting a second kill, or a first kill onto the Hibana. And that will be Dryft actually being able to find the first round out. After losing so much in the early round, they were able to just hold and shut down any opportunities that Polar Ace might have presented to themselves. Alright, excuse me for that. It looks like we'll see the same exact setup coming up from the attack, but defenders, of course, not being allowed to go back up to the 3rd floor. They will be bringing a Goyo. Definitely a little weird to see. No mute Mozzie, which has definitely been destroying the meta recently. And they do not opt to go into kitchen, which is, I think, what we have been seeing from most teams. And we move into this round. I'm actually curious to place where these, where these Goyos go, because of course you're going to want to hold the 3rd floor. You're going to want to make sure that they can't gain vertical control. A is really easy to take as long as you make sure that you can clear out trade and you can exec your push from there. It looks like we're actually going to see a very top-heavy play style, as 6 reinforcements as well as a lot of 7 reinforcements have been used just to hold the upstairs. So they may be trying to hold it. And looks like we actually will see an 8th as well. And a lot of shields and ADSs have also been burned into this push.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Move into this round. The attackers are going to quickly go up. We're still trying to make adjustments to the site into the action phase. It's not preferable, but it looks like that's what they're going to have to do. We're making a lot of holes, making sure that the attackers can't just find an easy way into the site and plant. They will have to watch all their angles. Again, though, it looks like Polar Ace is not scared. They're brushing off that round 1 loss, and they're coming right back into it, getting the drones out and making sure that they can clear out these areas. They make sure that the cigar area is cleared. Now they're going to be able to make some kind of leeway with it. Drone is given to Mozzie, though. Not something you want to see when this game is based on information and you lose it. We'll see another drone go out, though. As Mozzie is using his counterintelligence to drone. And now he's gotten the information. He knows there's one in Cigar, and it looks like he's going to start to get pinched here. He's going to start falling away. He has no idea what to do. He's actually going to be able to back up into the freezer area. Unable to really give himself any movement. Rad is actually able to find Hibana early on, and that will shut her down, meaning that is a lot of heartbreak potential gone. Of course, something you definitely need during the execute of this site. Sophia knows where 2 of them are. Not going to be able to put anything on the board, though, as Jaeger just shuts it down early. Does a lot of damage, though. No way to heal himself out. Already starting to fall a little bit short. They do get the wall open, but they're unable to push on anything, and it looks like the defenders have a preset time to back down, and just over a minute to go, and they've now all run away. They've given the upstairs control because they know there's just about nothing that the attackers can do. Start clearing.
Attackers
A little bit scared at the moment, but Nexus actually able to come back before getting shut down by Meeps. He was able to pick off somebody even though he was in a pretty bad position early on in the round, taking a lot of damage as well. Of course, Meeps now able to get vertical control, but is he going to be able to do anything with it? It doesn't seem like it. With 30 seconds left, they're going to have to start rushing down into the site. Last second, he's able to see and takes out the smoke. It's 2 for Meeps. He's going to be able to make a third hole and make it a third. Triple kill for the Sledge here. And, of course, Jaeger still playing below. He's going to have to clear out angles. And with 20 seconds, they have to get onto the site and start planning soon. Clearing out all the angles, and it looks like it's just going to be a Pillars push. Making his way onto the site. He's got to figure out where the players are. He's just going to try and make it. But, of course, the Jaeger comes up the stairs last second. And is Sledge going to be able to do it? No, he's not going to be able to find the kill. He's actually going to be able to find a quad kill. But he can't find the ace. He cannot carry his team to victory in this round. And Dryft Esports are going to win by time. What a crazy hold. So much happened in just the first few seconds. And then once it started to stagnate, just when you think that it's all over, Ace almost brings it back with a beautiful almost clutch. Just quite insane. And we do move to Kitchen now, which was the expected second pick based on previous choices. But we do see them go here now. Of course, still no Mute Mozzie. But we also do see the pick off of Goyo into a Maestro. And it looks like the attackers are a little scared to bring 2 Hard Breachers and have now moved into bringing a Jackal into them. A little bit of a toxic pick, but of course a good one on a big map like this. The roamers are just going to shut down the players unless they do something about it. So being able to essentially shut down the room, of course it's not going to be perfect, but the way that Polarice has been clearing it top to bottom, they will be able to go to that top floor, make sure nobody's there, and then they'll be able to gain map knowledge and information throughout the round to hopefully make a last second push or just even shut them down.
10 seconds to insertion.
Well, looks like we're going to quickly move on to attack.
Bomb located
And they will have rotates into sight, which means this is going to be more of a relaxed open hold here.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Looks like we're going to see a lot of droning. We're going to have a TK from Velizes potentially trying to shut down a spawn peak. Gets Meeps killed early on in the round. And it looks like the defenders are just going to have a really early advantage into this round with damage kind of going out to multiple players. And we will see the nasty bullet hole peaks. Looks like he is a little bit scared to hold them at the moment, though. But of course, he might come back to those later on. And it looks like the attackers are just going to be going with it. Of course, they are down a man early on, but that does not mean they're out of the round. Especially with the individual skill packing from both teams. We could see a 5-man ace just like that. Slowly clearing things out. They want to make sure that they have been thorough enough. Of course, with the castle barricade blocking his way into the 90 hallway. Trying to find a little bit of information, opening up holes. Looks like might have been an engagement, of course, dropping into that second floor. They will have footsteps that they will be able to look for, and now they've spotted out the Jaeger. They know he's on the first floor, and it looks like he's getting a little bit scared. He's quaking as he starts to run away. He's going to be changing positions. He knows where they'll be coming from, and of course gets rescanned again. Looks like Zaki's going to be going outside to open up the window. Drones do go out and he gets spotted. He knows he's going to have to back away. He can't take that fight. And of course the drone respotting him after that.
Scanning! Activating drone spotted!
Blake actually able to find one as he jumps inside, but he's not able to pick up the second one before getting shut down by Nexus behind the bar. So we move into the final minute here We still have almost anything to see from Polar Ace, and it's a 3 versus 4. They've gotten the 1 frag, but are they going to be able to continue pushing with this? It looks like Maz is going to be falling back into the site, not wanting to get a little bit too aggressive, but now he's going to be playing on the wall that they just opened into the freezer. Of course, with still so much time, a lot can happen. Sori's just kind of holding angles at the moment, making sure that they don't go up on a flank somewhere, but it looks like he might know that they need to get back onto the site soon. Getting a little bit fidgety, and we do see the attackers still moving around. They do have the hatch open, of course. They can play off of that. That's about it. As Vlyzy able to find one, making up for the TK early in the round, but he's got to keep on going. It's a 3 versus 2, make it a 3 versus 1, but one player in the back site is able to shut him down. Bandit alone. Knows where the planter is. No way to stop it, though. No nitro cell left, and we will see the plant go off in IQ.
Attackers need to protect the diffuser.
Beautiful headshot coming out to give Polar Ace their first round. Of course, knowing that the Bandit would push, trying to shut down the diffuser, because all it takes is just one bullet to completely stop that round in its tracks. And immediately after losing the round, they're not going to attempt kitchen again. They don't want to. So they're immediately going to go back for the bar take, or the bar hold, excuse me. And it looks like we will see a pick off of the Mira, of course, bringing in the Wamai again. Wamai having the only shield on the team. So we will see another pixel hold again.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
It looks like we won't see any major deviations. We do see players running to the same positions, getting the same exact walls, same exact things. Looks like they've run this setup multiple times, and they know exactly
Bomb
what
located by attackers.
We'll see a lot of drone play as well. We do have 3 drones in the building. Of course, 2 staying outside for those support players to be able to do something. And actually, a 3rd one goes back outside after getting a little bit of information. But Meep's just kind of skirting around at the moment, looking for any information that he can get early on in the round. But his drone actually will get destroyed in the end. And we do see 4 drones eventually
Attackers are moving to defuse the
hiding
bomb.
in place. Of course, the attacker's going to be quickly rushing this building again. It looks like the defense is still not prepared for this take, though, as they're still setting up, still breaking, and still reinforcing the building.
Building new magazine.
A lot of melee holes. Now it looks like the attackers are prepared to run the same exact lineup as well. Of course, they barely lost their first time playing in this bar hold, so it would make sense that they don't want to deviate too far from what they did last time. They want to make sure that they can get the same exact potential, just being able to capitalize on it just a little bit better. We do see 2 inside, excuse me, 1 inside and 1 in the bathroom playing close to the Wamai. We will see the wall get open pretty early in the round, and actually Meeps finding out Jaeger early, playing with the Zofia and the IQ. This time it would be a 3-on-1 instead of the 1-on-1 that Artful did take last round. And the grenade's gonna come out. He knows exactly where the Maestro is, and I don't know what the Maestro knows, but the Maestro moves last second. What an insane time to move away, but he actually goes down anyways. It's not gonna matter. And a lot going right for Ace in this situation. They've already taken the man, and they have another man on the ground. They've got to capitalize on their mistakes, though. And they know, and they're actually going to be able to take him down before he gets revived by Mez. Trying to play this Whitehall. It's a little scrunched up at the moment, because there's really not much to do. But actually, Nex is trying to make room for his team. He's gonna be able to take down 1, but it's not gonna be enough. He only kills Artful, the IQ. Still able to hard breach, though. It's going to mean Dryft is going to get a lot more scrunched, and it's a 1 versus 4. Can Mez do anything? He actually gets droned out really quickly. With 45 seconds, he's going to have to make a miracle of a play here. Rana's back on the drone. She's going to pre-fire, but what a beautiful headshot coming out. The MP7 with its high rate of fire. Not going to be enough to take out a second, no. Of course, Blake getting the final kill of the round, bringing Ace back into this and tying up the game so far, as we're more than halfway into this half now. Looks like they will attempt to go for it again, even though they just lost it. Of course, this round was not so close. It looks like Ace was really good at counter-shotting, potentially thanks to their IGL. That they knew exactly what to do, and they knew exactly where these players were playing, and were able to use their utility to their advantage. Of course, we did see the grenade that almost killed the Maestro on spot. Of course, it pushed him into a position that was not favorable, and he was able to be killed from a different angle. So again, really great utility, really great communication from Polar Ace there. Making the moves, just running the steps and being able to capitalize. Looks like we might see a little bit of a different deviation from this strat. Time will tell. It looks like for the most part, they will be running somewhat of the same setup. Of course, running the same reinforcements, the same barbed wires, and the same operators.
We are now protected. Device activated.
10 seconds left.
And we're going to quickly move on into the attack round.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And it looks like we will move into this round with, thank God, no TKs coming out at the very start. And it looks like the defenders are, again, still setting up very late into the attack phase. A lot of times already passed, and of course, the attackers could already be inside the building.
My beautiful evil eye is ready.
Luckily, they are not. They have not caught on to this, but it looks like they will be trying to get in quick. They figured it out. They know exactly what to shoot and when to shoot. And they're going to quickly get open all of the hatches. They're going to start throwing. They're going to make sure that they are good. Of course, the bandit is already gone, meaning the thermite is able to do whatever he wants. And it looks like Meep just using the information that his teammates are giving him through droning right now. And he's just going to be running through the angles here. Just going through the motions very quickly. Of course, unsure of where the roamers are. And Rad actually going to find Blake out very early in this round. That's not what you want to see if you are Polar Ace. Of course, they know where the Maestro is, but unable to shut him out at the moment. He does get zapped by the Maestro cam, which means the Maestro does have the information and they know exactly where they are. Little hole open in the floor, and it looks like Maestro might just know that he's there. Just barely missing. He knows he's there. He's going to pull out the grenade. And he's going to hold it. He's going to see him. He's going to let go early because he knew he was peeking. And sadly, that might just be what you don't want to see. And of course, Wamai playing in this pixel angle. 3 players here. He knows he's going to have to find one of them. And he's actually going to be able to find the IQ out very early on. And that's a 2-man advantage for Dryft here. It looks like they've figured out the attackers' plans and have now counter-stratted on their own how to play against it. Meeps again trying to find another grenade kill. Not gonna be enough though. He's not gonna find anything. And oh, what a nice shot through the wall to hit Nexus. And it looks like they're just gonna start trying to get any information, any kind of presence they can. Looks like Wamai might know this. They might try and double peek him at the same time. Preparing, and Sledge is actually getting really close. Does he know? He does know, but he's not able to capitalize on it. And Sledge is actually going to be able to find one, but before getting shut down by the castle, of course, Jaeger coming up at the moment. Gonna see the Hibana, gonna do a little bit of tagging, but is she going to be able to do this alone? She's going to be able to find one with the bearing 9. But is she going to be able to keep on capitalizing? She's gotten one. She now has to figure out where another one is. She pulls out her Type 89. With 15 seconds
remaining.
This round's all but over, but he's actually going to be able to capitalize and find a double kill, and it's a 1 versus 2. He's going to try and run, but the bandit just a little too close for comfort, and Dryft is going to be able to take that away. Just a little faster on that rotate. Going to allow Dryft to just slightly pull it away, and of course now it is 2-3 as we move into the last round for this half. And they will be going back to the reading fireplace. They don't want it to be as close as they had it on the kitchen bomb site. And it looks like this seems to be the preferred loadout, as they are running the same operators. Let's see if Ace is able to do their counter strat just like they did on the second round that we did go upstairs. And let's see if they'll be able to pull it out this time. Of course, the first round not being able to do much, having it be a 3 versus 5, but the 4
Defenders,
kills
protect
from
your
Sledge,
bombs
of
from
course,
being
saving
defused
them
by
that round,
attackers.
making it just that much closer. Let's see if they don't need it anymore, though. Alright. Again, it'll be the same setup. We will see all of the same reinforcements in place here. Not trying to deviate at all from their current setups here. Maybe what they're safe on, or maybe
5
they
seconds
just
left.
don't have anything in place to make sure that they can't get counter-stratted.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
But it looks like the attackers might have a plan here. We won't see a TK this round, which is exactly what happened on the... Actually, that was the kitchen round, excuse me. Looks like a lot of early information given away, as there was a gunfight taken between Zofia and the defenders playing on that window, playing the long angle up into the 3rd floor. Not gonna net Zofia any damage at all, but she does get tagged for 25 HP, meaning she is just that much lower or closer to death. And we will see utility also taken as Mozzie finds a drone, which is, again, not something you're looking for if you're Polar Ace down already. You're trying to get as much done as possible. And you're gonna need to do something about it. Looking around, they find where the Mozzie is. Looks like Zofia's just gonna rush, and actually Zofia's gonna be able to find Nexus out. Blake getting 1 kill. What else can he do, though? He's gonna start walking up. He's gonna be able to find Castle as well. Blake with the double. Of course, Jaeger's still upstairs. Going to drop down early. He knows that he doesn't want to take this fight. He's actually gonna break his own barbed wire so he can play down there. Takes out the drone. Of course, if the attackers remember where the drones are placed, that might not be the best for him. He's not gonna try. He's gonna try and keep his noise levels down. Of course, there is a drone that probably will hear him, as the recent nerf to Jaeger made him just a little bit fatter. Looks like this round is speaking Polar Ace. Just over a minute, and we still don't know what to expect. There has been almost 0 movement between the attackers and defenders right now. Sledge forcing all of the defenders to keep on changing positions. He's looking up, and he actually doesn't see the Sledge's head, and he goes down through the SMG-11. That's smoke out of the round, meaning the attackers do have a chance to plant now. Meeps is able to do even more damage, but it's not going to be enough, and he actually will find it, pulling out the L8 and taking out Rad. And it's all down to Jaeger.
Some serious drywall work coming up.
We've seen him do really good on his roam game recently, and now it's up to him to win out a 1 versus 5. He's actually going to be able to find the first one on Vlizy. It's the 416 headshot, and of course now he's going to have to move. He's going to need to find more information. He sees the Sledge, and he's able to take it down. He's making this a very winnable scenario, as he's now gotten 2. Of course, players playing outside, they know where the bomb is, and he's also going to have to play off of it. Dropping very silently into pillars. He's looking around right now. No information given to him. He's going to have to start pre-firing angles. He's going to have to get a little bit antsy here.
Attackers need to protect
Finds the diffuser, and he's going to have to swing out, and he's actually going to be able to find 1, but he's not expecting 2 there. And the 3K is just not enough to give him the round, and that's Polar Ace to make it a 3-3 half. What a great round from Polar Ace, and this speaks volumes about how their IGL is taking these rounds, taking their losses, their initial losses, and being able to work on them. You notice round 1 and round 2, they lost 3rd and 2nd floor, and round 3 and round 6, they won. And in the second half, it looks like Dryft is going to have a completely different take on the attack as they are bringing in the recently buff-nerfed Ying back down to 3 Candelas.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And it looks like they're immediately off the bat going to be going for that second floor hold. It looks like they're going to put a lot more emphasis on holding into Kafe, as they did use reinforcements on both Kafe and the pillars wall.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion.
Looks like we will move into this attack phase.
Attackers must
A lot
locate
of
and
information
defuse the
gone
bomb.
from the attackers. They did waste their drones just a little bit more.
Reloading ammo. Deploying ADS. Shields out and ready.
Attackers are getting quick on the buildings. They did bring a Zofia as well as an Ash. It seems like they might be going for more of a aggressive play style. They do have the entry frags as well as being able to use the Candelas, the stuns, all of it to their advantage, and they will quickly open up hatches, and it looks like all the information is going to start coming in. But a clash finally noticed by the defensive side. And Zofia will be quickly entering into the building, and it is a little bit funny to see the Ash, of all people, be the one on the drone, making sure their entry frag gets the information so they can try and make some space. And it looks like that's exactly what Nexus is going to be doing. He's going to be making a lot of space here, as he's going to quickly take control of the freezer, and he knows exactly how to fight. And he actually will burn out 2 of my charges, but he gets nitro celled from below. What a beautiful play from the Pulse, getting the information he needs and being able to play off of it. He's actually able to spot another one, and it looks like he's going to be spotting a lot. He's going to be trying to pre-fire. He does pull out a nitro cell, and he's like, the mute's going to be waiting for another exact ping. And it looks like, oh, and he gets another one. What a beautiful nitro cell from Artful. And this is not what Dryft was looking for when they wanted to play upstairs. Ash able to find one, but he's unable to move around at the moment, as Clash is keeping him in place. He is going to do a little bit of damage, but he knows he's not going to be able to kill the Clash head on, especially when there's other players around. Of course, the Pulse still being a nuisance from below. He's already done enough this round, and we will see Blyzy find one of his own, and EIQ finally using her electronic scanner to figure out where this Pulse is hazing them from. Blyzy again to find another one, already doing a lot with this AUG, playing off of their mistakes at the moment, has made this a 1-on-5. Alright, looking around right now, and it looks like this round might just be all but over for him, as Mez able to pick up 1. But now he's got to find another 3, including a Clash. Gotta quickly jump over. Of course, the information is relayed from Artful, and it looks like he's going to know, and it's going to be a quick kill, taking him down with the SMG-11. Polar Ace taking the first defensive round, probably catching the attackers off by mistake, playing that second floor first. It looks like now they're going to be running kitchen. It looks like they're very against playing in the third floor, as this is now the second time they have avoided going to it, even though it is open and available at any time to use. And it looks like Dryft going to be running the same setup again with the Zofia, Ash, Ying. And we'll see the Mozzie Mute Goyo. Polar Ace is not one to play around. They will be running the meta operators at the moment. Running all 3, which are seen as
attackers need to locate
very
and
utility-based.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
And quickly we'll see this round getting underway, and it looks like they might be going for a bakery holder. We do see the Goyo immediately planted for the counter. Looks like Mozzie chasing a drone. He wants it, and he's able to take it out very quickly. And it looks like 3 drones are going to be taken out here in that prep phase. That is
10
a lot of
seconds left.
information to be giving to the defenders because now they're able to play off of it and they're
5
able to
seconds
make their
left
own
before
space
insertion.
using it without being able to
Attackers must locate and
get
defuse
any
the
of
bomb.
your own.
Active in the sector. Evil eyes ready.
It does look like not really many people going to be playing upstairs. It looks like they will all be downstairs and just
Test ready.
trying to fight these players at face value. But it looks like Dryft not wanting to fight them at face value. They will be going upstairs, and it looks like they will be doing the full clear. What did that window ever do to you? Alright, quickly get everything open. It looks like they are not wasting time. They're finally getting into their aggressive nature. They're angst.
located by
They're ready to
attackers.
get inside, and it looks like the drones will allow the Zofia to get very quickly inside the building. Of course, a minute has passed at this moment, and we will see 3 drones currently moving around at the moment,
Drone activated.
giving the Zofia all the information she needs to get what she's trying to get at. Of course, clearing out the 3rd floor as
bomb
quick as
has been
possible is
located.
something you want to do whenever attacking the kitchen. If you're not able to clear out the top floor, of course, the defenders can late round push it down and kill you whenever you're trying to execute onto the site. So it looks like Dryft know this, and they're trying to play off of this, but they are wasting a little bit of time here. Just a minute and a half left, and they have yet to clear out the 2nd floor, and it looks like they're finally starting to get through it now. Starting to open up the floors and breaking the utility of the defenders. Of course, forcing the defenders out here. And Sophia gonna be trying to get some shots off. Not gonna actually do any damage though. Ash trying to walk down the stairs. Will get a Maestro camera going.
Bomb detected.
And now they've taken control of the 1st floor. They still have a minute to work with here. I'm gonna start opening up the wall. Looks like the Maestro knows, and the Maestro's gonna be going for an aggressive play here before actually deciding to back out. Kexton able to find one of his own. Stun's going through it. Looks like the Maestro does know what's going to be going on here. We do see a Ying. We actually see her get tagged up just a little bit, though. Like, finding one of his own, taking out IQ. Thermit's going to make it inside, but it looks like he's a little bit scared. He's going to back away. And we will see the Zofia blast away the other Maestro camp. Trying to get inside, but it looks like the little explosion shakes are a little too much. Not going to be able to find it, but Mez might get the diffuser off and cancel that. He's already off of it, and it's a 2 versus 2. Mew runs up and he gets the knife for the last kill. What a flurry of kills. Kexton able to find 2 before getting refragged. And the final kill coming out to Meep here, going with a little bit of a BM. Ran out of ammo in the SMG 11. Alright, and finally we will see Paula Reyes reluctantly go to the bar and cocktail lounge. And it looks like they will be switching out the Wamai for a Pulse. Potentially expecting Dryft not to clear anything at all. And probably trying to give some space to the Jaeger, who will be playing down there with them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And it looks like they will be attempting to hold Pixel as well, placing an explosive shield. Not the smartest move. It's not fun to deal with those whenever you are a defender trying to hold on an explosive shield that can blow up at any moment. From personal experience, trust me, I wouldn't know. But looks like the attackers doing better on saving their drones though.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Just a bit. Looks like Pulse knows there's a drone there.
5 seconds remaining.
He'll say, screw it. He's gonna let the Ash survive, and it looks like he's trying to bait it. He is going to prep it, and of course the Ash does know this now. the defenders still setting up. Again, with 3 entry frags, a little bit of an aggressive playstyle should be seen here. And it would actually work out in favor of Dryft Esports because of the long setup time that Polar Ace is taking.
Bomb located by attackers.
Rethinking our perimeter.
Pulse and Castle playing down below. Looks like Pulse actually does get droned for a second there, but he is able to get rid of it. Another drone. He's gonna find a second.
Sensor activated.
Drone activated.
Looking around 4 players at the moment, and he's actually able to get rid of 3 drones here. Playing in this corner, the attackers keep droning, but Velizy actually able to take out the thermite. That is huge for Polar Ace now because they can't open up the walls. Kexton going to have to entry frag just a little bit harder, is able to take out Meeps early on in the round. He knows he's going to have to do something, and it looks like the defenders are starting to get a little bit more passive. So now it's a 4-on-4. Of course, the attackers in the worst situation here due to the fact that they do not have a hard breacher. Still managing to make it work. We do see drones and, of course, players following. It looks like they're going to back out. Another drone gets taken out. Nexus going to quickly get rid of the Maestro here, and that does shut down their post plant. Save here. But again, the attackers still have to get onto the site. Still on the 2nd floor and still with only less than a minute remaining. Castle going to get taken out, and it looks like we're going to see Kexton just running up. He knows where the Jaeger is, but he's not going to be able to shut him down. But the IQ with a quick body shot spam. It's a 1 versus 2, and of course it's Artful, and it looks like they're going to try and get the plant off. Artful's in a 1-on-2, and he knows he's going to have to stop the diffuser here.
Attackers
Advancing
activated.
on it. He's actually going to be able to find the IQ and get the
Attackers
double.
need to protect.
Gonna bait out the window plant, and he knows that they know about it. Not gonna actually jump out of it. Gonna go for the defuse, but he makes noise. It looks like Rad not wanting to do it. Nitrocell's gonna go out, but it's not gonna be enough as it flies way too far. And it looks like he's gonna hold it, but he's gonna get off of it. And of course, Rad just knows he's playing the post-plant scenario. Gonna get off of it again, and Artful almost out of time. He's just gonna jump out, and Rad's gonna end it peacefully, taking him out quick, and Dryft gonna be winning that 3rd floor defense very early on. And it looks like they're actually going to attempt to go back to it here. Now, this is definitely a weird scenario because they can go back to the 2nd floor. It looks like maybe trying to bait Dryft into believing that they will be going back to the 2nd floor defense. It looks like they're locked into place here. They will be bringing a mute over the smoke, but of course no Mozzie. And we'll be bringing a Jaeger and a Omai this time.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So this is something we've noticed, right? Ace has really good, I guess, adaptation skills, but Dryft is definitely better, I would say, mechanically, where their individual skill has kind of brought something, right? Like, every player's self-sufficient enough to kind of do their own thing, but it looks like they might just be a little too into the game. Again, losing a thermite very early on is not something you want to do. If anything, I would rather be losing my Ashe, my Ying, or my Zofia over losing the thermite. That is just a huge downfall, and of course, still able to pick it up. Well played on their part, but it's not something that you want to risk. So it looks like they're not even going to be relying as much on the thermite. It looks like the individual plays are going to be coming out here. Ashe alone, not even being droned in. Gaining entry to the building.
Drone ready.
Now looks like now she will be waiting for the drones, and of course the drones will come up to the second floor, so all he has to do is hold first floor.
A bomb has been located.
It looks like they're going to be going for a different style of approach here. They're not trying to get up into Cigar Lounge or Piano to open up the wall. It looks like they're going to be attempting to go through the stairwells, and of course clearing out the first and second floors means that they will have a lot more to work with if they need to rotate back out or change their approach. Sophia playing below. No information given, but at the same time, getting all the information. But actually, Ash going to shoot her teammate down.
Watch my back.
Sorry, able to find one, but actually Blake going to take the free kill that the Ash gave him. And now this is looking a little dire for Dryft because so much time is wasted, and they've now lost 2 stun grenades as well as breaching charges. And they still have made no progress with the defenders knowing that there's at least 2 or 3 players downstairs. Playing on the window again, they might just try and go for a full send down here. Meeps able to take Sori out though, and again, Dryft looking a little dire here. They don't know what to do. They're defaulting back to the same exact push that they made last time, and it looks like Artful going to shut down Rad early on here, but Kexton gonna be making his entry here, gonna find one, but he's not gonna be able to find the second one, and it's all down to Mez, the Thermite, sitting on the window with 30 seconds remaining. Of course, 2 players on Ace being low enough probably to one-shot due to the 5.56 XI. But he knows he's going to have to make it quick. He's got 15 seconds left, and it looks like he's just going to run through the building. Gonna quick clear a corner, and he's going to try and go up the white stairs. Of course, there is a Goyo sitting there, and it looks like Goyo knows, and he's going to take him out very quickly, making a lot of sound. And that'll be Polar Aces' 6th round, taking them to match point here on Kafe. Looks like Dryft not even trying to make changes. Going back to reading again, Ace, we will see them running a quite similar setup to what they had before, but Dryft just running the same loadouts, not trying to adjust, having 3 entry frags. It's definitely gotta hurt a little bit, you would assume. But it looks like no changes are made to their lineup, and they will be attempting the same
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
push. Again, reminder, both of these teams are 0-2, so one of these teams will be taking home their first win tonight, no matter if it is Dryft or
Bomb
Ace.
located by attackers.
And hopefully they'll be able to continue this momentum throughout their other games. But you can definitely tell the mentality here is focused a little bit more on their individual skill from Dryft, and Ace focusing on being able to adapt to their enemy's playstyle, and then late on in the round being able to shut them down. Working out just a little bit
5
better
seconds remaining.
based on the scoreboard.
Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
A little bit of a close call there with the shotgun there. Mute stands up in the line of sight of smoke. Might have ended a really bad way.
A bomb has been located.
No mutes were harmed in the making of this round. And again, early information. He's able to spot 2. Knows that they're coming from the south wall. Spot them, and he does know that they went onto the roof, of course, unable to do anything about that as he is on the second floor at the moment. but getting just a lot of early information, knowing how their pushes will go, is a huge story. Blake taking damage early, though. It looks like he's not dealing with the drones so well.
Deploying sensor. Swapping mag.
And he's gonna re-swing it, though. That could have ended badly as Nexus, the Zofia, gets shut down.
Reloading ammo.
It's like Jaeger trying to play around a little bit too much. He's trying to give himself space, and it's just not working. Ace shuts down another one. 2 players with the SMG's 11, just doing too much. It's a great SMG sidearm with great recoil and great damage. And actually, we're going to see Mozzie jump out and kill Mez. He will drop down to the bottom, though, but he has no way to get back inside quickly. He's going to have to kick down the door. Looks like Mute clearing his angles, making sure he can get back inside safely here. Now it's a 2-on-5. Just under a minute to go, and they still have to make it inside and clear out multiple players, get the plant down, and win the round. I guess you could say Drift's chance of winning is drifting away. Looks like they're just going to make it inside. Jaeger is going to spot and get the information, though, so now they know exactly where they are. And we are going to see Mozzie jump outside, and it's going to be too late. Ying's not going to be able to flick in time, and Mozzie's going to be able to find both. Meeps with the double kill right there to end the game, and we will see GG's all around from both Polar Ace and Dryft Esports. And that will be 7-2 for Polar Ace taking it home in a very convincing sweep of that last round, making it a 5 versus 0. Well, I do hope you enjoyed my casting. I know I'm a little bit rusty. I've been working on the admin side of things, but my name is Vexy. You can find me on my Twitter and my Twitch. And I believe there are no more matches tonight on the main channel, but make sure to stick around throughout the days, the weeks. We will see more matches coming up, and we will see a lot of different casters, a lot of different talent coming through and being able to show the display of kind of our league and the skill levels of that. But I do hope you enjoyed, and this has been Polar Ace versus Dryft.